So pay attention, America. This is Will Cain. He used to work for ESPN and feature on First Take with Max Kellerman. He rocked a beard. He was a get in your face type of person. He stood up for what he believed in. But pay attention to what he's saying.
America, after 20 years and $1 trillion of investment, untold limbs, and 2,200 lives, we just got dunked on in Afghanistan and run out of the gym by these guys.
Notice the smile.
What is going on here? What's that one guy doing with the leg curl machine? Using his arms. Is that Tantra? What you're watching here is a colossal embarrassment.
Alright, so now let me elaborate on my anger, on my malice towards this, because being that the Caucasian community, they have power, they're known as the elites. This is a form of abuse by not letting human beings exercise, first of all. And the way the world is degreed and angled through the elites, they schedule all of us to do whatever, whenever, however they want. It goes through a circuit, just like I said, the creation of UFOs. The circuit is through the Caucasian community. The shot callers, the job hires, the managers, the supervisors, the corporations. So now he's shaming the Taliban after the whole entire city turned over on their own city government officials and gave it to the Taliban. Even the own government officials turned on other government officials and joined the Taliban. Now Will Cain is up here on national news on a 5-minute segment. It's probably more. We'll round it up. But he's shaming, body shaming, and sexually harassing. Let's take it to Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and how they treated Floyd Mayweather, Austin McBroom. Do you see the violation that they take? Now, granted, let's all get degreed. Why not let all of us work out? So nobody coached them. Nobody, nobody taught them how to lift weights. So these people naturally walked into the gym and they found the machines and they used the machines in advantage of their own body. So if he's using the leg machine and he's using the arms for his legs, that's on him. That is on him. It doesn't take Will Cain to decorate this as a colossal, whatever he said after that, a disaster. The body shaming and sexual harassment, the abduction, the incarceration. You understand where I'm coming from? Do you see how they are also an organized community also?
Out. Over which we can and should continue to kick the Biden administration and our woke military leadership in their gender fluid groins. But we also have to move on and ask questions that are important to America's future. Wait, just one more necessary gut punch of incompetence before we move on. One more bit of incompetence to indulge. Did you know the State Department sent a note to the more than 5,000 Americans currently stranded in Afghanistan and desperate to leave that reads as follows? An undefined number of U.S. government-provided flights will begin soon. Please make your way to Hamid Karzai Airport at this time. Please be advised that the United States government cannot guarantee your safety as you make this trip. So, basically the message is leave at your own risk. There you go. There's the Biden strategy all summed up perfectly in a nutshell. We can dwell on all the things that went wrong in Afghanistan, and you can bet that we will from time to time. But it's important to figure out what comes next. It's a really important question because our problem remains. Islamist radicals, jihadis, savages, still want to execute Americans and execute their next 9/11. So how do we keep them?
All right, so now Will Cain, that's total propaganda coming from the shadow government, because that's absolutely disgusting for you to sit up there and allow an old picture of the Twin Towers. You remind me of Max Kellerman. I know that's your friend. I know that's your buddy. I know your armpit hair could go back into your lineup if you go bald. But back to you, honestly and truthfully, this is sickening coming out your mouth, because you are in and you are still in cahoots with that living reptile pedophile. So that makes me look at you a little different, because I used to like you. So you probably was on that island also with the Dems and the Republicans, trying to catch a news script, maybe doing some research, taking notes, making an outline, right? So now we're going to have a picture of the old Twin Towers, but we had video, right, of an old parade. Yeah, that wasn't nowhere related to the Twin Towers being hit. And then America showed it and basically lied to us and said that they were parading that the Twin Towers got hit. Am I going to call it an inside job? Stay tuned. But let's get back to Will Cain. People stuck in Afghanistan from the United States, y'all could come back, but we're not responsible if you get hurt. So you sum that up, basically, Will Cain. And where are you? Now, he's not talking about religion, right? But he's talking about people working out wrong with a smirk at it, at the end of his sentence. That giddy smirk, that degreed smirk, that smirk where you sit down and cross your eyes. Let's get to that. A deprived of air. You're not dyslexic. You're not slow or illiterate. You know, you did not go obtain the proper cardio. It's not too late, honestly and truthfully, to stay intact. But it's people like Will Cain and Max Kellerman wants to tell you it's too late. Just like it's people like Max Kellerman that keeps talking about suicide. Hopping off cliffs and ravines. And I'm a victim of this man. Now you're here. You're matching the same terrain, the same territory as Max. How come? Because if I'm a focus point of Max Kellerman every single day, along with a bloodline cousin who was his friend at one point in time, as soon as he hit his riches, you're matching his degree, Max Kellerman's degree, with this news telecasting in another country. So you go from sports, right, which Max should do. He should go from sports to talking about this, because we really want to hear what he has to say. Not Will Cain per se, because we know Max from boxing. He never had a boxing match, but he had a rap song in '94. You know, was he possessed by me in his rap song? You know. So Will Cain is talking about the Taliban going to Afghanistan. They're not over here, right? But meanwhile, 257 people just died of COVID. The weather just changed. 290-degree weather days has just dropped consecutively, and 257 people just died, right? And there's been thousands of cases, and now people is going to the hospital. All we're missing is the trucks full of dead bodies. But Will Cain doesn't want to talk about how the politicians came back early and they still can't even agree on the situation. President Joe Biden said, why not make it 2 years? The PUA, the federal shit that y'all about to come back for. You know? That China, Asia, period, needs Americans to have. Why would another country want to pay us to buy their products to help everybody's economy, everybody's happiness, everybody's comfortability? Why? But Will Cain wants to talk about this.
Americans safe? What comes next? If we don't answer that question, if we don't even ask that question, if we have no foresight, and like the Biden administration, we're always on our heels, always reactionary, always weak, we'll get one of two outcomes. First, we'll go right back into Afghanistan, guns blazing, money falling out of our pockets, ready to build schools, win hearts and minds, and kick ass. The military-industrial complex will double down on failed strategies, just like the Faucian medical pharmaceutical.
So here goes, if you look at my previous video, here goes the white man putting his hands on everything again. Here goes the cuties, always having to touch and talk and cough on people, whether it's male or female, right? So now he just said on the news that something happened in Afghanistan with the Taliban. It's previous history with the Taliban. Now he automatically inserts the United States of America into another bout with the Taliban. Automatically. And it's over in Afghanistan. And the people over here, Will Cain, are still suffering. And also, your best friend is a pedophile. Let's talk about it.
Industrial complex. It's what experts do. Hey Tony, what do you think we should do next time? Same thing we did last time. Over and over again. It's the definition of insanity. For the military-industrial complex, that will mean going right back in and spending trillions under the guise of nation building and forever war to keep America safe. And then the other outcome, maybe the inevitable second outcome, will occur. We'll get chased off the tarmac by these guys.
These guys.
Taliban in bumper cars, holding grenade launchers.
Around citizens.
This is objectively funny. This video is so comedic.
They're around citizens.
The Taliban is in on it. Is this unintentional comedy like Joe Biden, or are they self-aware? Who knew? The Taliban.
Could have fun. Could be people. Could look like United States Americans.
They can't stop celebrating in the
citizens.
This is what a spokesman
What you
said
call?
when asked if the Taliban would support free speech. He said, quote, "This question should be asked to those who are claiming to be promoters of free speech. I can ask Facebook company this question. That should be asked to them. Everyone can see our hypocrisy. China, Russia, the Taliban. I have no interest in talking to these guys and talking them into democracy. Hell, we can't talk Facebook into democratic principles. And look, if Afghans are cool with Sharia law, I don't care. But here's what I do care about. I care about protecting our country and ensuring the tentacles of Islamic extremism don't reach our borders. I care about America first." Honestly, President Donald Trump articulated that North Star brilliantly. Our strategic interests, Americans, and America come first. So, how do we keep another 9/11 from happening? I don't have all the answers. In fact, I don't know that I have any of the answers. But I know that we need to be asking that question today, right now. And I think Americans have been presented with a false choice. Stay or leave. All in or all out. Is there another option that serves our purpose?
How about your
One that
falseness?
prioritizes protecting Americans? If we don't at least ask that question, then not only will we fail to lead, we will follow. We will react.
He's
and we
just
will
getting
embarrass
paid.
ourselves on the world stage.
He's just getting paid. There has not been a Taliban hit over here yet confirmed. He's just getting paid. This is what I mean. Y'all got control. I'm talking about the white people, the Caucasian community. Y'all have control. And now y'all cannot say that this man is not looking racist. He's looking racist. They are over there thousands and thousands of miles away. Nowhere near over here. They're playing bumper cars with the citizens. No executions. What are you really talking about? You're just getting a paycheck. This is what I mean. And then he has a family, right? And then the other Caucasian community, they have families, right? But where's the black families? It's only Will Cain getting paid this salary right now. We gotta watch him for 5 minutes on this segment, an hour for the news. So we're watching him on this specific certain show, and he's gaining a salary. But to whose liking? Which audience? So stop watching him, right? How about you stop paying him and stop showing him? Because there's nothing going on in the outside of America but that shit. It's been happening. But that shit. What's wrong with y'all? That shit has been happening every day, Will Game. They have been kicking each other's heads off and playing soccer with that shit forever. It never stopped. Y'all just decide when to show it. How about you talk about these politicians in the United States of America? You're talking about something in another country. And then you're going to have your wife and family, your friends, your peers to tell people, well, then don't watch him then. And I feel like you shouldn't even get no airtime, salary, studio time, or anything. But I'm not supposed to watch you. You up here pumping hatred. Your best friend is a pedophile. And he got away with it. Listen, I'm gonna end the video, but it's stuff like this.
Again, like the Biden administration did this week, and the consequences will impact America forever. So while I'm going to have all the answers,
just the economy, because now we have to be the big brother, big sister, and go beat up on people, right?